These menu cards are perfect for collecting fingerprints. Sterling silver, of course. What they say about the chef is true. This buffet is a carnival's dream. I just don't have the appetite right now. Very appetizing in other circumstances, but I'm not hungry at the moment. I bent the blade of the butter knife back on itself. A makeshift telegraph key. I constantly amaze myself. Monsieur Klaus, I understand you need olive oil and vinegar for tonight's meal.
Yeah, the food porters in Istanbul did not load enough. I am shamed if I cannot prepare the promised Wiener Schnitzel and Erdäpfel salad for the Count and Countess Andrei.
Intolerable. The spout fits perfectly. The valve prevents it from pouring until turned.
Your current course of action? It is a mystery to Poirot.
This spout fits just as well as the first. I filled the tumbler with vinegar. I filled the tumbler with olive oil. I have the olive oil and vinegar you need for tonight's meal.
Let me see them. Yeah, this olive oil is fresh enough and of sufficient quality. The quality of this vinegar will have to do, but there is not nearly enough. Tell me at once where you found it.
In the baggage car.
There must be far more vinegar for the authentic Erdäpfel salad. I will get it myself.
That will do nicely. Loaves of bread. They smell lovely. I'd better close this. I wouldn't like to waste fuel. Such a cramped kitchen. I can't imagine how Klaus puts up with it. Such a cramp. An empty bottle of olive oil and one that looks like it contained vinegar.
Formidable.
These goods are being shipped. A fingerprint. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. These items do not... There's a visible fingerprint here. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. I would like to fingerprint you.
Ach, fine. Do as you must. No talk now. I am busy.
There's a visible fingerprint here. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. These goods. Hello, I'm afraid I'm back again. I'd like to take your fingerprints.
How very enterprising of you. How do we proceed?
I have some typewriter ribbon.
Splendid. This is all rather exciting.
Thank you, Mademoiselle Debenham. Hello, I'm afraid I'm back again. I'd like to take your fingerprints.
Whatever you need to do, I will be happy to cooperate.
That will do for now, Count Endraigny. Hello, I'm afraid I'm back again. May I take your fingerprints?
Yes.
Good day to you, Madame la Comtesse.
Have you enjoyed rummaging around in my room?
I would like to fingerprint you.
What do you have there? A typewriter ribbon? You're going to smear ink from that on my fingers?
That was my intention.
And how do you plan to clean that mess off afterwards?
I have something to clean your hands with.
Cocktail napkins? Good gracious, sweetie. What kind of fleabag investigation are you conducting here anyway?
I appreciate your cooperation. Thank you, Madame Hubbard. Something has occurred to me since I left you. I would like to take your fingerprints.
I see. Very well then.
Good day, monsieur. You did not expect to see me again so soon, did you? I would like to take your fingerprints.
Of course, of course. Anything to help.
Thank you. Good day, monsieur.
See here, what do you think you're playing at?
I will take your fingerprints now.
Will you, by Jove? Well, get on with it then.
That will do for now, Colonel. It has a fingerprint on it. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. Fascinating.
Excellent, like the hand in the glove.
My body heat will melt it. I must find something to pick it up with.
That is most pleasing.
Those don't work together.
Wait, that is how Poirot would have done it.
I would like to fingerprint you.
Eğer mecbursan... Seninle sonra konuşacağım. Söz veriyorum.
I still need to ask you some questions about last night.
At your service, dear young lady. But I know nothing.
Did you see anyone leave the train last night?
No. But as I have told you, we were busy with the boiler. The pressure must be kept up for the lights and heat.
Did you see anyone get on the train?
In Belgrade, there was a single passenger only for the Athens-Paris coach. No one at the other stops that I saw.
Can you describe this passenger?
He was small, dark. A doctor, I think, Michel said.
No one else?
Well, Matteo, of course, the Athens-Paris attendant. Not to speak ill of the crew, but he was very late getting aboard. We left the station only moments later.
I would like to fingerprint you.
Anything you require. However, if you are planning to smear that typewriting ribbon on my fingers, it is unnecessary. My fingers are black from coal dust already.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I shall eat like a sultan now. Thank you kindly.
A fingerprint. I obtained a clear print and have filed it.
Not a precise match, I am afraid. Not a precise match, I am afraid. Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too small to have made the footprint.
I won't find...
Not a precise match, I am afraid.
I've remembered something else I wanted to say. I regret to tell you that I must take your fingerprints.
Dear me. With typewriting ribbon? Have you something I may clean my hands with afterwards?
I have some paper napkins.
Thank you, mademoiselle. Those should suit admirably.
Good day to you, Your Highness. I've already... I won't find...
Poirot could see at once that these are the...
I've already...
Poirot could see at once that these...
I'd like to talk to you again, if you don't mind. I would like to take your fingerprints.
Of course, mademoiselle. There is nothing more I can tell you.
Poirot could see at once that these are...
The weather looks quite threatening. I wouldn't want to get caught out in that weather.
Not a precise match, I am afraid.
A fingerprint. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. It has a fingerprint on it. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. Nothing else to see in there.
Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too... Not a precise match, I am afraid.
I'll take that key, Mr. Hardman. If you don't give it to me, I can have a couple of the train's staff take it from you.
I'd like to see them try.
Would you really? Pierre Michel's passport and an old photograph. I'll just borrow both of them. I won't find anything else in there. What were you doing going through Michel's belongings?
Your job.
You know I'm assisting Monsieur Poirot.
Sure. Begin the interrogation.
What is your profession?
I'm a salesman. Typewriting ribbons.
Do you always travel first class, Monsieur Hartman?
Sure. The firm pays my traveling expenses.
Where is your destination?
Paris.
And from there?
New York.
What can you tell me about the murder?
Nothing at all.
That is a pity. What were you doing outside Monsieur Ratchet's window?
Okay, there were footprints there. Man's shoe, but not a large one. Size 7, maybe. I followed the tracks, then it looked like whoever made them put on some snowshoes and headed out over that deep snow near the back of the train.
I would like to take your fingerprints.
I guess it's okay.
Perhaps, Monsieur Hardman, you could tell me why I found a blackjack, or sap as I believe it's called, in your suitcase?
How do you know what it's called?
Crime is a hobby of mine.
Yeah? Well, why don't you try knitting instead? You people are serious about this investigation, aren't you?
Of course. You have heard of Monsieur Poirot?
Yeah, I have. I think I better come clean, or I could find myself in a lot of hot water here.
I would advise you to come clean.
Okay, I don't know anything, like I said. But I ought to know something. That's what makes me sore. I ought to. My passport's a bit of a bluff. That's who I really am.
Please explain.
I showed up at the appointed time. Ratchet put me wise to the situation.
The threatening letters?
Yeah, he showed me 2 of them.
Did Monsieur Ratchet seem alarmed by the letters?
Pretended not to be, but he was rattled all right.
What instructions did he give you?
I was to travel by the same train he did to Paris and see that nobody got him. That's the thing. I did travel by the same train, and in spite of me, somebody did get him. I feel sore about that. Doesn't look any too good for me.
Did he have any idea who the letters were from?
Well, Ratchet described him to me.
What?
Sure. Said he was a small man, dark, with a kind of womanish voice.
Did Monsieur Ratchet not tell you the man's name?
Nope.
Ratchet was Cassetti, the Armstrong murderer.
No kidding. Should have recognized him. I mean, I suppose I saw photos of him in the papers and everything. Well, that explains it. Cassetti made a lot of enemies in the American underworld. He often skipped when the heat was on, leaving his partners in crime to face the music. Some assassin finally caught up with him. Say, I've really fallen down on this thing. And with a famous detective like Mr. Poirot on the case, too. This won't do my rep any good with my boss, Mr. McNeil, if it gets back to him.
I'm in the same predicament, Monsieur Hartman, believe me.
You are? Well, that's good. I mean, bad for you, but... Say, listen. If we could keep the mess I've made out of this thing between ourselves...
I must tell Monsieur Poirot everything.
Oh, sure. I'll have to swallow my professional pride there, but if we can keep it on this side of the Atlantic, maybe, I'd really appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know anyone connected with the Armstrong case who matches the description Monsieur Ratchet gave you?
Well, that's hard to say. They're mostly dead, aren't they?
Yes, Mrs. Armstrong, Colonel Armstrong, the nursemaid who threw herself out a window.
I remember now. The nursemaid was suspected. She killed herself even though she was eventually cleared.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Snow is very bright. So, yeah, that nursemaid was a foreigner, I think. Maybe she had some foreign relations or something. But that wasn't the first time Cassetti had run that kidnapping stunt. I bet there are lots of people had it in for him.
Please tell me your movements after dinner last night.
I played some cards with that Italian guy at the front on the coach. Then when people started turning in, I went back to my room. Stayed up all night, had my door a bit ajar so I could keep watch. But nobody could see me. You get it?
I understand how it is done, yes. Could you see the attendant from that position?
Sure. He sits on that little seat right past my room.
Can you describe his movements?
Let's see. He answered a couple of bells after the snow stopped us. Went back into the rear coach for 10 minutes or so. Then there was a bell ringing like mad, and he came running back. I got a bit nervous over that, but it was just that talkative American dame raising hell about something or other. Bit later, he headed off to make somebody's bed up. Then he settled in.
Did you see anyone moving up and down the passage?
Nope.
Is there anyone on the train who can confirm your identity?
My credentials are taped to the bottom of the table in my compartment along with my real passport. I'm sure you can find them.
Do you smoke, Monsieur Hartman?
Sure. I've got some cigarettes in my room. Come on by this evening after things quiet down. I can be far more entertaining than that mouse of a woman in your room.
No, thank you. That will do for now, Monsieur Hartman. Nothing else to see in there.
Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too small to have made the footprint.
I won't find anything else in there. I would like to take your fingerprints.
What is that you say? I protest. I have nothing to do with this crime.
Everyone must be fingerprinted.
Refuse? No, no, of course not. Let's get it over with.
I have nothing more to say to him. I won't find anything.
Poirot could see at once that the Poirot could see at once that Does nothing strike you as odd about what you are doing?
With any luck, that will power the radio, at least for a short time. Something is wrong here. There's nothing to attach them to yet. I suppose that will do as a telegraph key. There's no power. There, the radio is ready to be used. I don't know who to contact. I cannot just send random messages out into the ether. That will save the cell from draining while I'm not using it. Do you have a plan to the Athens-Paris coach?
Si, señorita.
Which rooms are occupied in this car?
The Greek doctor is the only passenger. He is in room 13. I have taken room 15 there to sleep in, and room 16 for my equipment. I hope it is all right. Pierre Michel is using room 11, the chef de cuisine is in 9, Lucien the waiter is in 1-2, the engineer is resting in 10 when not attending to the boiler, the fireman rests in 3-4.
What equipment?
I am a ham radio operator. Usually I carry the equipment in the baggage car. There is no time to use it when I'm on duty. And anyway, no power. But when we were stopped so suddenly, I thought to check it and found my telegraph key destroyed. I don't understand it. It was packed carefully. I brought the rest here to my room to keep it safe.
Did anyone pass between this car and the Calais coach last night?
Only Pierre. He came through and we talked for a few minutes about the snow and what it will do to the schedule.
When was this?
Sometime after 1 a.m. A few minutes only. We talked for 10 minutes or so. Then Michel fancied he heard a bell. He opened the doors between the two coaches and we both heard it plainly. A bell, ringing repeatedly. Michel ran to answer it.
You boarded the train in Belgrade?
Si, señorita.
Why were you so late? Your passenger must have boarded by himself, and you yourself almost missed the train.
But this is not so. I was preparing my car as it was being attached. I myself welcomed the Greek doctor and showed him to compartment 13.
I would like to fingerprint you.
I, señorita?
Everyone.
Oh, then si, I will submit.
Au revoir, monsieur.